Then I can listen to my music. Well, I don't know if that'll pick it up. Let me just get my headset. I don't want no copyright. How dare you? How dare you? You don't have our permission. Whew. The sun's going down, so everything's gonna chill out. Okay, let me fix myself. Don't want to see none of this strap things. All right, let me. Is this? I don't like how Apple resets. I don't know what time there's no setting. I can't turn it off. I've been all over the settings on my phone. There's nothing there's no place that you can shut off the automatic reset every day of Bluetooth devices on my iPad. I could shut it off on my phone. I could shut it off on my laptop. I could shut it off on my desktop. But on the iPad, I can't shut off. And so every day I have to it's they make people OCD. I don't want to do that. It connects to other devices and it jacks stuff up. Mom, did you have a good day today? Blue and red. We watched that new movie that is all over, incidentally. It's all over the internet. It's everywhere. Because, see, mom. Okay, so Sally Field and Gidget. Gidget. Remember that show you watched, Mom? Because Mom remembers stuff before her head injury. So this was Gidget. This was Gidget in the 19 what, Ma? When was that show on? 1965. So you were 11 years. Wait. 19. So you're like 15, 16, 17, 16, somewhere like that, right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, I put the pictures away. Oh, wait. Maybe I have one in here. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think there's one in this photo album. See, because Mom had this. Hey, what's up? My name's Marge. I was just talking about how Sally Field. This is Sally Field in the 60s. She was on a show called Gidget. Gidget here. And then I got pictures of my mom, which back then. Like here's a picture of Mom. She had that Gidget look. This is me. I've been two spirits my whole life. I have the masculine and feminine energy in me. And I live as a representation that I'm okay with having a lot of masculine energy. It's other people that aren't okay with them not having it, and then they get jealous of mine, and it's like, go get your own shit. So this was Christmas 1986. I was 12 and a half years old. That was one of the hardest years of my life. And I still managed to keep a smile on my face. I was in the seventh grade. I was 5'3". Mom was 36 years old. So I always liked Sally Field because Mom's like the same. They remind me. They remind me of each other. Actually, only Sally Field plays people, and Mom is a character. And her story needs to be told. It's a story of all ages. Of all ages. She's a miracle. She is. She's got a wonderful story. So I helped share her story. And we watched that octopus movie today. We watched it twice. We went for a drive. And took some pictures and stuff, and just enjoyed the day. See, I see the simulation. And today I went out and people are in a good mood, and they're jovial or they're sad. And today I'm happy and mom's happy, and we celebrate her every day, so it's not just like I don't know, I think holidays are silly, they are. And I hope people make wise choices in northern New Mexico today, and don't go make your mama cry. Don't go making your mama cry tonight, please. So don't be stupid. Don't be stupid cousins. Make wise choices, call for rides, arrive alive, because some people are sad today and they're overcompensating. And some people are happy and they want to keep it going. So, anyway, mom had a good day. I found this picture. I was 12 years old. I was already, I, I had already had four near death experiences. Like, it's remarkable that I'm still here and I'm still smiling. I still have my Hershey's. I got my teeth in my head. Mom has her teeth in her head. We got new toothpaste. You could get it on Amazon. Boo boo boo. Silver Botanicals, their toothpaste. I want to send the toothpaste to medicals or to like schools of dentistry. That this toothpaste needs to be in everybody's mouth. I've been looking for it forever. I knew about it when we were a kid from like Howard. Howard and Ruth, Howard Jensen. Yeah. They used to make this stuff and then this as soon as and I've been looking for it since I was a little kid. I'm like, this stuff isn't like good. It like aim and crest and all that stuff, like it's nasty. It's all chemicals. But this other toothpaste, it's so, let me just show people. What? See, this is what I came up with the name for my the thing that like I have to do legal shit. See, I'm not so neurotypical. Here's the toothpaste, but I want to make go bags for travelers and people that don't have addresses and it's hard for them to make them shit with good stuff, and this stuff. This tastes like licorice, and this is my favorite. It's the orange, and mom had this plaque buildup down here because how she sleeps and saliva and stuff like that. That's plaque. And she hasn't been to the dentist in 10 years. She doesn't like it. And I don't make mom do nothing she don't like to do. 10 years. Because mom is an autonomous being, and just because she got a head injury does it, she don't want to go to the dentist. She don't go to the dentist, so I'm her dentist. And this stuff, silver tongue oral care, it's all natural. Ultra pure water, xylitol, sodium bicarbonates, but then it has pure essential oil blend, cinnamon, peppermint, rosemary, lemon, thyme, myrrh, clove, eucalyptus, grapefruit seed extract, sunflower, azanthan, lecithin, and true colloidal silver. No alcohol. This stuff. See, because now that people are on their healing journey, okay, this is how the process that I went through. First, I had to break in 2017. 2016, that's when I moved to Oregon from Omaha, Nebraska. I figured out that all the people that said were my friends weren't. And then I couldn't figure out, I didn't have enough advantages to stay. So I packed up and moved to Oregon because I always ever since I was a kid, I wanted to move to Oregon. But what I was doing is I was going back to my 15-year-old mindset. And I mean, I planned ahead. I visited. You know, I mean, everything happens for a reason. Yeah, that's pretty typical. And they all end. You know what? They all end up on little blue pills too. All of them. All of them. All of them. It's all of them, Ma. It's all of them. All of them. They end up on little blue pills. Either, and if they're not, then they're thinking about really weird shit to get there. So either way, like it's okay. It's okay. Be dumb. Be dumb. All the girls like it. All of them do. When you're a freaking asshat. All right. Let me clear this. Let me start this. I could still whistle. I had to learn how to do it again after I had my braces. You know how many people can't whistle? A lot. They can't snap their fingers. There's a guy named Dick Van Dyke. He was like a walking musical instrument. There we go. So this is highly recommended. I don't know how much it is. I don't. I see. That's the thing. Is like if something's good, I would spend like $30 on this, and I don't think it's $30. So if I go to Amazon and look it up, you could buy directly from the site, but it's just easier for me to order from Amazon. I live in Taos. I live in the past or in the future. I don't know. It depends on the cousins that I'm around that day. Moving on. Silver tongue oral care. Silver, not solver. Is anybody else checked out of what's going on in America over there or out there or whatever? I'm checked out. I'm completely checked out. At this point, I'm just going to focus on local stuff. Just live it local and just be it friendly when you see people. Because out there, it's all just a pony show. It's all just a pony show. Silver tongue, oral care mouthwash. There it is. It is, well, no, that's it. That's not it. We're silver botanical. It's $32. Yeah. That's for 32 ounces. And it comes with the pump too. So I gave them a review on Facebook, but they never even acknowledged it. So I get ignored a lot. I really don't exist. I'm really a mirage, which is funny because my name is Margie, and if you mix up the words, it's mirage. I'm a Heyoka empath. I'm a real one. Yeah, cause the real ones, the true ones, have the masculine and the feminine, and we're ambidextrous. That means what we do to one side, we do to the other. And I lift weights when I get stressed out. When I feel powerless, I pick up my little dumbbells and I do sets of 111. I did 1,000 the other day because I did 9 sets of 9 of 111, and I'm like, wait, one more, that's 1,000. Because sometimes it gets too hot outside to go outside and play. But we got to go outside and play today, huh, Ma? And then we came home and ate some vegetable and rice and watched. What's that movie called? I'm never going to remember the name of it. It's all over the internet, but I'm never going to remember the name. Bleh. Remarkably Bright Creatures. I might have to find that on book on tape because evident, but I don't. I'm not a reader. I don't like to read. It messes with my mind. I think too much. I can't just like read words on a page because I'm looking at it from all kinds of perspectives. I'm thinking about like where the author was when they were typing that sentence out. I'm thinking about, like, you know, I go too deep in thought because I'm an energetic being. I live in the no place space. I live in the ethers. I don't live on the same planet as everybody else. That's why I think it's so weird that people put so much energy into fucking weird shit. Weird shit. Like, as an outsider that's never been, I mean, I was in the military and I went to war, but still, when I was on the flight line and we were deploying all the planes and they were taking off and the B-1s and the, so loud, so loud. And watching the marshalers, the Navy marshalers with their little night wands, and they're just like, it was so weird, and I just but I, like, one time I called this AA meeting. This girl, this woman that I knew, she's dead. Her anonymity, Kathy Vasaki, her anonymity, like, she's in heaven. It don't matter. She cared about her anonymity, she'd still be here, and then I wouldn't say it. But she ain't, because she hung herself from a rafter, because disease ain't no joke, man. I want people to stay on the planet, and they just make it too easy for people want to go. And I called her right when this foxhole meeting started in Bellevue, Nebraska, and but I had to go because it was like 5 o'clock in the morning where I was, but it was 7:30 the night before in Omaha. And so that's how, like, and so I had to go to work. And so right before, they're like, hey, she got her chip, and she had her phone in the pocket, and then she's like, Marge is on in Crete right now. Say hi, Marge. And then the phone cut off. And like 500 people were like, hi, Marge, and none of those people talk to me anymore. None of them. Because I got a pure heart, and they live the Epstein class. They turned into the Epstein class. They're all about, okay. I don't want to sound like a bitter ex-girlfriend, because I'm not. Because I couldn't picture Libby here with me right now. She would just be bitching too much, but I would have dope haircuts. But I cut my hair. I do okay myself. I do all right. I don't. I'm a freaking, I don't know. I do the best I can. Fuck it. I'm comfortable. That's all that matters. I don't even have mirrors in my house. What does it matter what I look like? It don't. Mom, are you impressed by my mom always tells me what a pretty smile I got. So I don't even need anybody else's assurance, because mom assures me. I say all the time, she goes, your pretty smile. And I say, Ma, it's your pretty smile. I just get to borrow it for a while. That's all, Ma. Thanks for letting me borrow it. I mean, the fact that she's still a happy lady, like, because that's what happened is people, if you get to grow old, if you do not live in grace, you will not age gracefully. You don't get to. You could buy all the grace. You could pretend like, but you can't, because the ego, the demons that drive people to do egoic, vain things. I'm vain. I'm vain because, why is it that I'm vain? I like to stay fit. And, like, when I was a kid, we were so poor, I had like two outfits, right? But it didn't matter because I would get so tan over the summer that people, like, would be like I go to school, they'd be like, my gosh, wow. Like, I guess, but I didn't matter. I just looked brown. See, nationality and, like, ethnicity, it never mattered. It never mattered. My father's side, they knew exactly who they were. They just led me to believe, oh, we don't know. I think we're German. And they have no German in them at all. They're just deceivers. They're Freemasons. And Grandma was an Eastern Star witch, and she made life very hard for Mom. Yeah. Which made life very, very hard for me and my brother. And I saw her at the end of her life, and she did not die peacefully. She died with her demons dragging her off. Because if you live in regret, you go in regret, and you spend the rest of your vibrational frequency in places that all you have to do is just sit there and just feel. That's what hell would be to me anyway. It's just, like if I would have taken the course of action where I put mom in a home 15 years ago or assisted living or whatever, she wouldn't be here still. She would have been gone after a couple years, because if people don't want you around, your spirit want to go. And and if I would have got rid of my dogs and just lived that professional, I did so much in a 10-year period that I was like, no, I don't want to work. I don't want to do 3D Earth no more. I don't want to work no more. I don't want to. It's not fun to go into places and pretend like play this game. Everything's a game. Even when I was a buster at Chevy's, it was a game. You had to set the table tents and the salts up, like setting a production, like the stage of a play. Every shift, everything had to be ready to open, right? Then when I was in the military, it was like that. But I get the central cast member thing, because freaking Washington, D.C. and Hollywood, they're the same thing. They are. They have the same budgets. They have the same actors. They have the same fans. It does the same thing to people. I'm really not really far off from Amanda Bynes. She's an Aries, highly traumatized. I'm a highly traumatized Aries. It's just different. It's just different. I'm tired of the world being sick because people are freaking. I don't even think they're people. Let's just line up the story like this. This is how I'm going to do it. Okay. We got, to me, aliens is anybody that's an outsider. Okay? I was born in San Bernardino. That's outside of Los Angeles. My whole life, I said I'm part alien because I was born in San Bernardino, right? It's a vibrational frequency. Are you gonna, it's butt probing. It's all that mentality. It's all the 3D Earth stuff. Now, the indigenous, I don't care what people are. I care what people do with what they are. Then we're going to get the whole people are lizards. People are going to start doing more body stuff because they're going to identify as lizards because they think it's cool. So we're going to see more lizard people everywhere. And then plus you have the lizard people. So it's all going to be like Star Wars bar place up in this joint here before too long, because the clocks on the wall are lining up. If you wind up a bunch of clocks in a clock shop, the next morning you'll come in and they'll all be in the same direction. It's a trip. The world is a magical place. And it's been manipulated. They say no, it's not. You can't move things with your mind. They just do that on TV. While they've been like doing MK Ultra the shit like forever. I dodged it. Mom kept being they got my brother. He was easy to get. Easy. He's been targeted to be in this system since his um since he got in trouble for larceny, and then the judge got him off the hook. That's the thing. I know who these guys are. They always get off the hook. They never get in trouble. That's why I had to defend myself. Cause my own brother slammed my head. My own brother tried to kill me one time because he lost his emotions. He lost his emotional control, and he just got back from basic training. So I and then when I went into the military and I saw like who my comrades were, I'd sit in the truck with these guys and they talk about how they go deploy and freaking screw around with this chick and screw around with that chick. And I'd just be like, dude, I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You're fucking married, dude. You're gross. Like, I just don't. Like, people want me to co sign their shit. And so I spend a lot of time alone because I'm not a dirty, filthy pig. As hard as they tried to make me one, dude. When I was a drunk, when I was an alcoholic, active, practicing in my addiction, I was just a mess. I was such a pig. I was not respectful to women. As a woman, I wasn't respectful to women. And I look at back at that time of my life, and let that be a lesson to you, Marge. Let it be a lesson to you. That whenever I put out junk, I'm putting junk into me. Mom. Yeah. Yep. Toxicity is what it's called. I like to tease. I like to make fun. I like to banter. It's my generation. We used to just talk shit, but we'd also call people on their shit too. It was okay. That it's like, hey, like we'd play sock 'em up games where we take turn punching each other in the arm, you know? And then as soon as you get somebody that does that, it's like there's a line to people with souls and spirits, and to people that don't have them, there isn't a line. So there's nothing that they won't do. It's called the Epstein class. It's a mentality, and it's just people that are willing to do gross things and cause harm. That's all. It's the Canaanites. It's all the ideologies. It's the Romans, like all of that stuff. Like watching people fight to the death in coliseums, and people are like, "Yay!" But I'm so happy to see. Just watching so many people get hyped about an octopus movie lets me know that the earth is softening. And then on my feed, I see a guy who's running 2 miles every day with his son, who's like 13, 14. And see, when I was a 12-year-old little girl, I was this age. Was I fat? I don't think I was fat because I was always muscular. We'll get into that later. So I was this age, and they had me going to Weight Watchers. And I had to document how much I ate, and here's a scale, and weigh your food. And then when I went to the military, they put me on the weight management program, and I got off it in 7 months by going to the gym every 5 days a week for 7 months. Even when I was sick, I almost choked on a garlic clove in my dorm room at 4:30 in the morning. I had to freaking do that thing to it was scary. I was like, dude, I can't be dying like this by a garlic clove. And so I go to the Offutt gym, the field house gym, where they modified the Enola Gay to drop the atomic bomb. Dude, I think America's just made everything up. I think it's just all. Anyway, it's such a lie. It's such a lie. It's such a lie. And Offutt's doing another air show soon. I used to that was cool though. Is when I was a gearhead and into all that shit. I mean, working at the 55th Maintenance Squadron, that's where the president goes when shit goes down. But he ain't been there like that. That was back in the old program. It's a new program now. The Biff gets hey, what's up? Biff gets attempted to take his life, but still is so brave that he no sweat golfing all the time, always out in wide open spaces. But inside the ballroom. I can't take this country. It's seriously like I have to make fun because it's such a joke. He's Biff. That's who he is. Go watch Back to the Future. He is so Biff. He's that little. Oh my God! And he's the Bobby Coyles, and he's the Gary Meadows. he's a dime a dozen. He's so many. You'll be all right. I stop people a lot. Uh, if you go back and watch some of my 2.9 thousand videos, that'll get you up to speed. You'll be all right. Anyway, Washington D.C. and Hollywood are the same. I've been watching this show. This show was on in 1982. I was a 6 year. I was no 1982. I was 8. I wanted to be him. I was an MK Ultra kid. I read the police report when I was 13 about what happened to me when I was a 10-month-old baby girl and my hip still pops. Thanks to the vibration plate, I've released a lot of pain and discomfort in my pelvis. Because I love those things. If you got like lower back pain or just like, I don't know, you want to get your yayas out, everybody deserves a freaking vibration plate. So this show came out in 1982. I was 8 years old, and he was from Texas. Went to LA to make it on his own. Who does that sound like? He's a tycoon, but all the ladies loved him. First episode is about a dude that taped young girls and then threatened to blackmail the girls with the tapes. That was the first episode. Yeah, yeah. Life imitates art, and then art imitates life, and then art uses it as a legal defense. So his his partner in crime, CJ, or they're not in crime, they're private eyes, but he's on the side of the law. His best friend is the police chief in LA, and so that CJ dude has a penthouse on the top floor and has a computer that flips over, and CJ types questions into it. It's called Babe. And then Babe spits out anything he wants to know. So because dudes that were in their 30s watch this shit, which I love, it's programming. Dude, this is like Trump's playbook. It's one of them. Like, cause all rich nepo kids do is, all they do is like what's popular to do, and that's the stuff that was popular to do. And so it's Citizen Kane. All these crazy whack jobs that are ruining this country. It's because of Go watch Citizen Kane. That was based on what, Ma? Wasn't that based on kind of William Randolph Hearst? And wasn't William Randolph Hearst own Hearst Castle? At Hearst Castle, you had a boyfriend, Ma, when we lived in Morro Bay. His name was Greg, right? And he was worked at the landscape, right? At the grounds. And he would come he would work late, like sometime he would come by at like 5 o'clock in the morning and just get off work because they had to clean up parties there, because the elites would go there and they get drunk and stupid and do weird shit, and then he would have to clean up extra stuff. I remember him telling, because I was always sitting on laps paying attention to what grown-ups were talking about, and of like a I remember stuff. Unlike my brother, who didn't remember that today's Mother's Day. He could at least drop you a card. He knows our address, but he never liked us. He don't care. And he's the system. The guy makes $250,000 a year. You think he could slide his sister a couple grand every now and again because he's so grateful for his life that he just wants to help me take care of Mom, but that's not how narcissist weirdos are. And my brother's 1 249 276 barcode. Bragging about anybody can look up my barcode number. Anybody could look up anybody's barcode number. And then you could look up if they have any. Then you could write reviews on them if you don't like their opinions. How about that? Legal offices, Do they have reviews? Just 1 star. You support this guy. 1 star reviews. Let's save the world with 1 star reviews. I think it can be done. Oh, it's getting warm up. People are feeling spicy. They're heated up inside, and then like they get literally physically get heated up, and then take that out into the world and get behind the wheel of freaking 1,000-pound vehicles, and they don't know physics. So they all gas, no brake. I hope not a lot of people are making their moms cry today. So anyway, ooh, this is a cool song. Susie and the Banshee. Kiss Them For Me. Dude, music was so much better when I was growing up. And then I saw like a lot of the people I wanted to see. And then I was like I remember the first time I heard Ball and Chain, I was stuck in traffic outside of San Francisco. And I heard Ball and Chain by Social Distortion. And it moved me. And then, because I have addiction, I'm an alcohol, because I like the no place space. Alcohol takes me to the red and blue, to the purple, to the rainbows, to the no place space. I go into the ethers. I go out of my body with alcohol. Lots of people do. It's called blacking out. And so I don't do that because I don't want to leave mom. So I don't do that. But there's times that I spend a lot of time. I like to play cards and then like I get to the point that every single card is all four suits. That makes it hard to play. So I always try. I always was around people that played spades, and I never picked up on that. I could never. Like, I don't know like, still to this day, I don't know. I would go and play with the girl that I liked and her friends, and we'd go play until like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I have no idea what I just did playing spades. But I learned how to play chess when I was 3 years old, and I learned how to like, we were a game family. Or the Hessicks were, not mom. The Hessicks. So we would play like cribbage and hand and foot. They would play canasta. I thought it was boring, and pinochle. I thought that stuff was boring. I played a lot of solitaire. So something about cards is it's very calming. It's soothing. Just shuffling. 8 o'clock. Why are you getting tired? Little bit. I looked up my name in this is a cool song. So let's see what's going on out there. Why we don't participate on planet Earth, Ma. Let's see what the stupid humans are doing now. Okay. 22 arrested in Tampa teen takeover. Like, where are these people's parents? I know people did stuff like that, but I never run around with the people that did stuff like. I was the one at the party that was like, turn it down, like, we got to be respectful, I was that one. Like, people that like trash things and have maliciousness in their heart. I never understood why. I just stayed away from them. Oh my goodness. Bella 16 and Hunter 14 announced their engagement after welcoming their baby. Blech. Tanya Patton, she and I got in a fight when I was in the 6th grade at Deer Creek. I don't even think Deer Creek is there anymore as Deer Creek. It's probably something else. Anyway, she I hit her one time and she dropped to the ground, and she accused me of having a rock in my hand, and I opened my hand and I said, "I have no rock. I do not cheat. I know the rules." And then she ran off crying, and she had a big goose egg on her head. And then that was like the last day of school. And seventh grade started at CVI, and she never started CVI. I never saw her again because she'd gotten pregnant 12, 13 that year and just went off to be a mom. Like, they say child bride. Mom used to say that. Like, because mom looked real young, and there used to be an expression that was real common. Oh, you're a child bride, child bride. That's not cute. That's Epstein stuff. It's not, that's like all this stuff. It's not, it's never should have been okay. I like beauty pageants, sports. I think about all the good that people could do in local communities if funds weren't allocated to be spent on nonsense. So, Earth is changing though. I saw Ben on Space Observers on TikTok today. I didn't know he was on TikTok too. Speaking of, I think the TikTok is settled down. The talk about the ticks, that'll make you a vegetarian. As soon as you get bit, it'll make you a dude. All that shit's placebo. If people buy into it, yeah, you'll get what you ask for. Whatever. Where I live, I am so I am so jazzed about the grocery store where I live. I don't know what's going on there. But Sid's has the best food. I could buy cheater food. They have pre-made stuff, and then they have like good quality beef and chicken. I mean, we had for lunch. Mom ate one and a half sloppy joes, and the meat. Like, would you? Everybody deserves good food. Just not everybody has access to good food. They don't. And that's just not fair. When they just say, dude, do people really believe like all like when they say $1 billion? Like, do you think that somebody goes to a bank and writes a check for like there's never exchanges of money. They just say numbers. The world is a numbers game. Like who got like the popular every time I hear anybody say that there's 8 billion people on this planet. I'm just like, who counts them? And I'm pretty sure that by the time you start and get up there, that people are going to be dying. There's going to be births. Like, they make up population numbers so they can allocate themselves funds. I counted how many people are in the state of California, and I broke it down by county. But if you use the internet, the county count is all weird. And then if like somebody lives in Shasta County, or if somebody lives in San Luis Obispo County and then they moved to Shasta County, if they ever had an address and a record there, are they still counted in the census in San Luis Obispo and Redding? And do they count the 800,000 people that go missing every year? Do they keep counting them in the United States? Because look it up, 800,000 people. See, I was exposed to evil as a young age, and because of that, I hung out with other people that were exposed to evil too. But like I like to say, I don't care what you are, I care about what you do with what you are. And there's been times that I've walked into rooms where they've had snuff movies on, snuff films on, and I'm just like, I look down and I'm like, oh my God, that's what happens to people on milk cartons. And then so when I see milk cartons, I'm cause I'm not friends with people today, but I knew them for years because I was loyal. But what I'm being loyal to makes me disloyal to myself by knowing that Yuck. It's just I have reverence for life. Mom taught me to have and appreciate and have reverence for life and act like you want to be here. And I do. And it's been really hard for a really long time. And I don't need, and it could still be hard. Today could be my last good day on planet Earth. Who knows? It don't matter. But we had a good day today. Huh, Ma? Isn't that nice? What is that? I didn't go to no stupid car show today. Would have kept me in no car show. That's how they get people stuck in loops, in nostalgia, in that vibrational frequency of remembrance. Like, I'm gonna do this because I did this. I did it last year and the year before and the year before, and that ain't that don't make the world a better place. So I'm so grateful that mom see, cause genetics is magnetics, and mom's heart is so strong that it brought us back to where she was born and not welcome to be raised. That's how miraculous mom's story is. Because genetics is magnetics, DNA is magnetics, and when we needed a place to go, it was like mom got to go back to the tiger's den because she was born in 1950, year of the tiger, and then I was born in 1974, year of the tiger. I'm a water tiger though. I think she's. I can't remember. I know that I can't remember which element. I have to go verify. Anyway, I like the water, so it makes sense. Plus, I have so much darn Pisces in my chart. Woo! That I drowned in my own self oftentimes. So, yeah. The tiger cub brought mama cub back to the den so she could spend the winter years of her time on Earth where it's nice and light, huh, Ma? Yeah, with that pretty smile. Yep, that's all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day.